Welcome to another exciting final week with JJW Sports Talk. I'm your host, Will the Thrill.
And I'm just Josh. And by last, he does not mean our show. He's talking about football, regular season
Yes.
week, before people get the wrong idea.
I'm
The way
sorry,
you
I'm
said
just
that, people
excited
might
because
think that.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the simple fact that um, a lot of things, a lot of twists and turns happened in the NFL for the final week.
Yeah, just a little. Just a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah. Um so as mentioned, so we'll do our quick NFL review because there was a lot, and I do mean a lot of games going on. And I think the first game was the Panthers taking on the Buccaneers on the 3rd of January, this past Saturday, in 2026. So the Buccaneers prevailed 16-14.
Barely pulled that out. Barely.
Yeah, barely indeed.
I watched a little bit of it, and yeah, they did not look like they should have won that. But it came down to towards the end of the game. I like games like that, even though, but the crazy part is Buccaneers, like I said, the way they were playing shouldn't have won that.
Yeah, the Buck season has been up and down. I think Mike Evans being out most of the season with that injury he had really hurt him offensively, and their defense was I don't want to say questionable. It was mostly like they were lump sided. One time the defense was doing good, and then the offense wasn't, or the offense was doing excellent, but the defense just couldn't get the job done. And Carolina, on the other hand, um, they've been really good this season. They looked like they were struggling in the beginning, but got it together when it counts midway through and finished strong, even though they lost in the final game. Both teams are 8-9 as the record. But if I'm not mistaken, I think the Panthers. No, not the Panthers. Ah, screw it. Well, anyway, the title was bouncing around for the South because there was a lot of things needed to take effect to see who won the South.
Panthers did take the South.
Okay, that's what I did want to say, but I wasn't 100% sure. Just because majority of the teams had 8-9 records.
The top three, the Panthers, the Buccaneers, and the Falcons were all 8-9.
Right.
But Panthers had the better
Points, right? Isn't it about
no,
points?
no,
Because they were 3-6 on the road.
and 5-3 at home. They had the best home record. But what was their division record? It doesn't. I don't have it right here.
Okay.
It doesn't show the division record, but whatever. They won it, so they make the playoffs.
What's up, Dad? And thank you for this birthday shout out. All right. Yeah. This was an interesting one. um, Saturday night, fans of the 49ers were able to watch this game, but I don't think they really were that thrilled to see the Seahawks spank them 13-3. And the Seahawks is the number one team through the playoffs, so they do get that bye. And they're 8-1 on the road. So then not only are they good at home, but they're good on the road too. Finishing the season 14-3. And 49ers 12-5. and we'll talk about them later. With that loss, that was kind of a big blow.
Whoever won that was taken first place in the NFC.
Yeah.
Because if 49ers would have won, they would have been tied. So I don't know what the division record was to break the tiebreaker, but would have been to break the tiebreaker. But yeah, that was another game I watched a little bit of because that was on, like you said, Saturday night. I was playing video games, but I did have it on in the background and was checking on it. I don't know what was going on with San Fran. I do not know. Hopefully they turn it around before next week with the wild card game. Because they can't make a playoff run looking like that. So we'll see how that goes for them.
Mm-hmm. Josh, what game do you have first?
Colts Texans.
Colts Texans. Go for it.
We have Colts going in down to Texas. Texans pulling out the win 38-30. Not surprising right now with the Colts, the way the Colts went towards the end of the season. Unfortunately, that injury really hurt them. Philip Rivers, I don't even know if he played this game or did they go with the young guy? Yeah, they did start the young rookie quarterback to let him get some reps in and sat Rivers. I know there's been some talk that there's teams that have head coaching vacancies that are actually looking at Philip Rivers for a head coach.
Wow.
They might want to call him in because he's been coaching in high school and stuff since he's been retired from the NFL. So
keeping himself busy.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's won a couple championships the last couple years with his high school team. So
I was going to say with the high school team.
I say high school team, but,
okay.
but still, hey, that's still somewhere to start coach. You got to start coaching somewhere.
Yeah. It's all about getting your feet wet and then seeing how far you can go with that.
Yeah, but like I said, they did started the young rookie to let him get some reps for the Colts. They still put up a fight. He didn't look bad from what I looked at real quick.
Yeah, Leonard had 2 touchdowns, 270 yards, 21 for 34 passing.
That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. But yeah, Texans pulled it out. I believe we both pulled the Texans for this one.
Mm-hmm. And that means they clinched the AFC's number 5 seed with this win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of sad for the Colts, though. And I'm saying that because they started off looking so dominant. And what's the running back name? Jonathan Taylor? Is that it? Did I say his name right?
Hold on, see his name here. I don't know. He didn't play the last. Hold on. I don't know. He wasn't the leading rusher last game for them. But I think it's Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was so dominant. Like, I want to say he was almost on edge to beat the record. If he kept playing the way he was playing. But of course, injuries do change how teams' dynamic goes. It's a shame. It's really a shame.
Well, we'll see what they do next year. They got the new owner. She's keeping the coaches and stuff and wanting to go with this team. I know she did a press conference earlier today that's going viral because she just straight up read from the paper. It wasn't.
It wasn't like she was letting us know from the heart.
Yeah, it was complete. And you could see her reading, like she wasn't even trying to hide that she was reading. It's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah. So hopefully the Colts can pick back up where they were at before the injuries and everything, and next year and make another run and hopefully make a real run.
Okay. So what's the next game on your list?
Brown, the Battle of Ohio.
The battle for Ohio.
Browns going to Cincinnati, pulling out the win 20-18. Sanders did look good. The game was not televised where we are, so did not see it. But no touchdowns on 111 yards.
Garrett got the set record.
Yes. Garrett Myers, yep.
23 sacks to set the new NFL single sack record, which was held by New York Giants' own Jason Strahan.
Yep. And you know who was on pace to be right there with him to break that before he got injured?
Parsons.
Yep. He was right there with it. They were going at it. Kudos to him. Congrats. Not an easy record.
No.
Break. Straham's had that for a while, and before Strahan, was it Taylor or White?
Taylor. It was Taylor.
Okay. So yeah, that shows you how
long it's been.
That shows you how long there is.
But I don't want to taint it, but since they took away 2 preseason games and added, an extra 2 weeks.
No, only 1 week.
Okay, 1. It's still an extra week. If you sit back and think about it.
Yeah,
an extra game makes a difference.
It does, but then you got to look at it. Then how can you say the Miami Dolphins' undefeated record's the best record, because it's less games than they play now. So when the Patriots went undefeated, they had more they were undefeated longer with more games than the Dolphins. So they should hold the record for the undefeated. They just didn't win the Super Bowl.
Wins. Right.
They just didn't win the Super Bowl, but yet they still give it to the Dolphins. So therefore, that game thing does not matter with records.
Kudos, Josh.
Don't come at me.
That's why we do this.
I know my stuff.
That's why we do this. Oh, man.
Now, talk also while we're still on Cleveland, and that Cleveland fired their head coach.
Woo!
They announced it, I believe, earlier today.
Wow.
No, yeah, that was yesterday. They announced it. Browns fired their head coach. Yep. As we go through, I will give some information about some stuff as we get to teams.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, we didn't do them yet. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, we didn't do them yet. That's Sunday night.
No.
If that's the one you're talking about, the breaking news one.
No, not that one. Something else.
Okay. Well, anyway, Cleveland won 20-18.
All right.
Battle of Ohio.
The battle.
Moving on. On my list,
dogs or tigers?
The dogs pulled it out.
Okay. Next game you got.
We have New Orleans going to Atlanta and losing 19-17.
Woo!
Falcons pull out the win.
In dirty Atlanta, the Dirty Birds.
Now, speaking of Atlanta, they fired their head coach and their GM.
Yep. That night.
Yep. So that's big news coming out of Atlanta. Apparently they are talking to Matt Ryan about coming in for some kind of position, not a coaching position, something else. Some kind of like PR position.
PR consultant or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. There's a lot of changes coming around, but yeah, Atlanta pulls it out. Another game that was not on air around us.
And unfortunately, they did finish the record 8-9. So depending on how the divisional victories went, that pretty much determined how the Carolina Panthers became the South champions.
Yes.
All right, Josh, the next game on your list.
I see that deadhead about you saying about Deion Sanders for coach. Deion said last year he doesn't want to coach in NFL right now.
That's fair enough. Keeping his commitment with the kids.
So unless he changes his mind, I don't think he's coming to an NFL right now.
But
And I don't
that would be poetic justice for him to be the coach of the
of
Atlanta
Cleveland.
Falcons.
Well, no, he's saying for Cleveland.
Oh, for Cleveland, wouldn't that be considered like?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But who knows nowadays with the way they don't look at that stuff the same way like we did old school.
Yeah.
So then we move on to the
But
Packers.
if he did do Atlanta, that would be poetic justice.
Yes, because that's
Just
where he
saying.
started his. That's where he started.
That's where he started his career at.
Career as a player would be nice to start his career there as a NFL coach there.
Yep.
Yes, it would be cool to see. We got next game. We got the Packers going into Minnesota and losing 3-16. Well, the Packers did sit Love stuff like.
They sat their starters.
Now, speaking of the Packers, because we spoke on it last week, Cowboys released Tavon Diggs, and the Packers picked him off up the waivers. So next year, the two best friends are back together. Tavon Diggs and Parson will be playing together again. Let's go. I'm happy for him. Things weren't going right, and I know he has his problems off the field, especially his family and even stuff that he does, and that's kind of what led to Dallas letting him go. There was some stuff that went on right there after Thanksgiving about going home and stuff, and he just went home anyway, even though the team told him not to. I'm sorry. I kind of agree with Diggs. I want to go home and see my family. I'm not traveling back to start practicing again already, but I'll see my family on a holiday. I'm sorry. That's me.
Fair enough.
So yeah, he will be in Green Bay. Green Bay lost. Minnesota pulled out the win. Really no effect to anything right there. Did not hurt Green Bay's positioning, anything like that, which is why they sat their starters because they knew it didn't matter. It's better safe than sorry. Save them for the playoffs instead of letting them get hurt.
Yeah. And JJ McCarthy, the quarterback for the Minnesota, he was very productive in the first half before he was injured again.
I believe his thumb, yeah.
His thumb was his
throwing
problem.
hand.
And yep.
On his throwing hand. Yep.
Very important if you're a quarterback. Got to be able to grip
Yes.
that ball. And look, right there. If that hurts, yeah, you ain't getting a good grip on that ball.
Nope. All righty.
The next game.
We got the Tennessee Titans coming to my boys down in Jacksonville and got their butts handed to them 41-7.
My Lord.
Jacksonville, I'm telling you, watch out for them. Lawrence is out to prove something also. Yeah. Now, speaking of the Titans, they fired their head coach. So Black Friday hit bad yesterday.
Yes,
and
it did.
And even continued into Tuesday.
But you know the funny thing is about the Tennessee Titans, like that franchise, you got to keep in mind that coach had a no-winning situation. The team's rebuilding, and it's like you don't have the pieces. You can't just sign to fill in holes and to not try to build to work on something. And this season showed it because finishing 3-14. These guys are professionals, so they're not like they're college people. They played college, but most of these guys, besides the quarterback, because he's a rookie, and Lawrence is on a whole nother level. 22 for 30 throwing, 255 yards with 3 touchdowns.
Yep, he had a great game. Now the thing with the Titans too, with the coach coming in, they're expecting the same magic they had with Grable or Vrabel, whatever his name is. You know, Mike.
Yeah.
And not every coach is like that. Not everyone has that magic. Some people are
No.
just special and know how to, and are just good like that. Not every coach is. So you can't hold your next coach to that same standard. It's not
No.
always going to work.
Nope. You got to give him time to at least start making the team how he sees vision. When you draft a new quarterback and you throw the quarterback to the wolves, yes, that's good experience for him, but you also got to start thinking of the following season and what pieces you can get, and seeing how some of these pieces that fell together for Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, we keep in mind they were at the bottom of the division for a couple of years, and
Yep.
with a few wins here and there. But now look at them; they completely turned it around.
Yep, they've been climbing and just climbing and working and building. That's the thing. It's called a rebuild for a reason, because you don't have the parts yet. You have to build. It's going to take a couple years, not the first year. It's a rebuild. Rebuild.
7-2 at home for the Jaguars, by the way, is their home record. Very good. The Cons are being patient, and that patience paid off definitely this season.
Yep. So moving on to the next game. Yeah, I don't want to do this one, but yeah, we got my good old Cowboys going to New York and getting our butts handed to us, 34-17. I know Dak started, but he did not finish. They took the starters out. And then we fired our defensive coordinator, which is our fourth defensive coordinator in 4 years, and we fired another one. So now we're going to have 5. And you'll wonder why our defense is fucking struggling. And excuse the language, sorry. But you wonder why we struggle and why these defensive players don't want to stay here anymore.
Nope.
Would you want to stay somewhere where every year you have a different coach? It's the same way Hurts is dealing with in Philly with the offensive coordinator. It's the same thing. You cannot expect to win or have a good offense or defense if the coaches change every year. You can't get into a system, a rhythm as a player or as a coach. You can't.
No.
Because you got to learn the whole thing all over again. And it's not fair to the players at all. But yet, our owner, this old geezer that thinks it's still 1994, won't give up the GM and let somebody that's young and understands the game today to do it. And let these coaches do their job. Stop micromanaging them. Let them do their job. Let them be a coach. There's a reason you hired them. Let them do it. He makes no sense anymore. My man is delusional and lost with what's going on in football.
Indeed.
4 years. Every year, different defensive coordinator. And then you still blame the defensive coordinator and then you get rid of your best defensive player at the beginning of the year. What the hell do you expect them to do? So yeah, we got our butts whooped. To the little Giants. And literally, that was the little Giants game. The Giants versus the Cowboys, with the Giants whooping the Cowboys' butt. And guess what just happened?
At the last game of the season.
I have no more words for this team for this season.
Well, good, because it's not like they're doing anything else.
Yes, but somehow Jerry Jones will be sure they're in the news every week somehow for me to get upset and have something to complain about, though, because it's Jerry Jones and he's got to be have the attention on him somehow still.
Yeah,
teams in the playoffs or not.
I have a kick hearing you going off, so
everybody does. Everybody does.
Oh man, because it's
sorry,
rhyme without reason.
I'm honest, and I will tear my own team apart if they're doing horrible. I don't care. Any team will get torn apart. Nobody is
safe.
Exactly. Nobody's safe or free
Nobody
from
is
my
safe.
wrath when you drive me nuts. But let's move on. We have Arizona traveling to LA to face the Rams, and the Rams pull out the win 37-20. No surprise there.
Nope.
Rams needed that win. They got it. Cardinals fired their head coach.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
No,
We are not laughing because someone lost their job. It's just the situation is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just that pretty much anytime I have any news right now, it's coaches getting fired. For the NFL anyway.
Yep.
Which in a way is a good thing because that means no big injuries going into the playoffs and the end of the season. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It sucks for these coaches. I hope they land on their feet and find new jobs, which most of them should. I just hope it works out. But yeah, Rams point out the win over the Cardinals. No big surprise there.
No. And that means the Rams clinch the 5th seed as they down the Cardinals at home. 12-5, 7-1 at home. Not bad by Matthew Stafford.
He's got two names. Not one. Stop trying to merge names together and make one.
Not like they're dating. 259 yards with 4 TDs from Stafford. Yeah. All right. What's the next game on your list, Josh?
All right. We got KC traveling to the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Losing 14-12.
Oh, man.
Surprised, but not surprised with Kansas City now at the end of the season without Mahomes and stuff. That could have been
Did Kelsey
Travis's
play?
Last game.
Yep, his final game. His final
could be his
game.
final. Could be his final game. It's not 100% sure, but most likely his final game.
I just think that's ludicrous. 6-11. I almost said 6-7, but their record was 6-11, dude. They were 1-7 away from Arrowhead. Wow.
Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, let me see something. Hold on. I think I read something about their coaches. I didn't write it down because it wasn't them getting fired. I think it was being looked at.
Pete Carroll of the Raiders got fired.
Yes, I was getting there to that too. After only 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You got to give these coaches more than 1 year.
He was a one and done anyway. I want to say he was a 1 year done. They just needed someone for the year to get started because they just moved there.
Yeah, I think it was a situation like that too. See, now I can't find it, but I believe
because Pete Carroll's a legendary coach.
Oh yeah. But I believe the Kansas City Chiefs may lose their offense and defensive coordinator to head coaching jobs.
Most likely, probably. Just don't go by their performance this season.
Well, no, of course not.
They still got Super Bowl rings.
So KC's coaching staff may look a little different next year.
Yep.
They'll still have Andy, but
some of these coaches might be, some of these former head coaches could be offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators.
Yeah, since that's where most of them start anyway.
Yep. And nothing's wrong with that. The job's a job.
Yep.
Still making a lot more than us.
Yeah, we're not going to even talk about money.
Okay.
We're just going to move to the next game
Go ahead.
my list, which is Washington Commanders traveling to Philly and pulling out the win 24-17. Now, mind you.
All right. All right. Let's stop here. Stop. We're gonna go across the pond. We're gonna go to Chicago. Find those stats. Chicago.
Chicago lost 19-16 to the Detroit.
Exactly. To the Detroit Lions, right? Okay. Jeff Goff, 1 touchdown, 331 yards. Yes. Okay. Now we can proceed. We got the Bears and the Lions. Oh my. Out of the way. All right, go ahead,
What?
Josh. Continue.
Hey, now you're fucking me all up.
Nope. Continue. We got the Bears out of the way. Bears lost. You said it. They
No,
lost.
I got stuff for the Lions.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
See, you're messing shit up. You tell me to do it, and then you go and mess it all up.
Well, all right. Go ahead. Do the Bears and Lions.
The Lions fired their offensive coordinator after 1 season.
What?
Because, yeah, I think this is what I'm saying with these teams with 1 season and stuff.
What the hell, the madness? Our show is the madness. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Now we'll go back
to the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins because
the Commanders,
the
sir.
The Eagles did not play their starters, and yes, I'm calling the Eagles, and I'm going to call them that because everyone calls them the Cowgirls. I'm going to call them the Eagles because that's what I call them.
Okay, all right.
I don't know why,
still the
but
Cowgirls.
That's fine.
Yeah. I was nice all season.
Now the Commanders or the Redskins, whatever, fired their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator today. I don't know how many seasons they've been there, but they both got fired. That game meant nothing to nobody. Like I said, the backups were in. It meant nothing. That win means nothing.
No, it did mean something. It meant something.
It meant shit.
Yeah. Hey. We could have been the number 2 spot. It was served on a platter, and it did not happen. And yet the Commanders rolled down the field and scored in the final minutes, in the final quarter, actually, scoring 14 points to win 24-17. Yes, I said it. Tank had a decent game, 75 yards, 16 carries. I don't understand why they stopped trying to give him the ball in the clutch. When they got up to at least the 5-yard line, they wanted McKee to try to throw the ball, and he kept throwing it out of bounds over the guy's head, out in the end zone, giving it to the crowd some reason or something, having catch with the guys sitting on the stands. And I think Hurts had to talk to him a couple times to calm him down. And Hurts talks, but he don't talk like that. Now he's all over the place talking to people. But yes, Eagles lost a game that they could have been in second place. And now, yes, Philomene, I'm going to say it. Yes, Willie Tiny, I'm going to say it. Eagles play the 49ers, which is bullshit in my opinion, because we could have went somewhere else and played them, and then this could have happened hopefully later. No, now we got to deal with the injury, healing 49ers. That's bullshit.
And they're coming off a loss too, and I don't think they've lost back-to-back games yet this season.
No, they have not.
So that's gonna be a good one.
But we could have avoided that whole situation. Like I said, Detroit did their part. They helped the Eagles out. But the backups and the third strings could have helped us out and helped the starters out. No.
And the funny part about that is, and I read it on Twitter, and this one sports guy.
What did you read on Twitter?
No, and this sports guy came out earlier this season, and I forget who it was, but this was a fan chirping back at him, an Eagles fan chirping back at him, and because the guy was saying earlier this season that they should bench Hurts and put, was it McGee or Maffey?
Oh, yeah, Tanner McKee.
And saying that he's 10 times better than Jalen Hurts.
Yes, I remember hearing about that, yes.
So this fan chirped back at him. He said, and now do you still believe he's 10 times better than Hurts when he's throwing two people in the crowd instead of the wide receiver wide open? I'm like, yeah. See, these analysts, these sports people don't always know what the hell they're talking about. They're not always right. And
as much as they believe they are,
and
as
that's
much as
why
they believe they are.
And that's why I always say what I say on here is my opinion. It's not what I feel. I'll say when it's a fact when I read something, but when I tell you stuff, most of it is my opinion. When I get into going off about teams and different stuff, that's my opinion on it. Not saying it's right or wrong, my opinion on how I feel about it.
And Josh, you feel a lot.
I am passionate about my sports and my teams. Yes.
Yes, you are.
Especially when our owner's a jackass and does stupid stuff to make me mad. That makes no sense. But let's keep moving on.
So the Eagles finished 11-6 for the third seed. Moving on. That's what I was getting at for the third seed.
We had the Dolphins traveling to New England.
No Tua.
Dolphins losing 10-38. Dolphins did fire their GM, so they're looking for a new GM.
GM, not the head coach yet.
No, but New England, no surprise they pulled out the win there. Looking good, still looking hot going into the playoffs.
Yep. Stevenson with 2 touchdowns, 7 carries for 131 yards for 2 TDs.
Good Lord.
Good Lord. He didn't even carry the ball like that. But this locks the Patriots at the number 2 seed.
I believe if they can stay hot like they are, they can be back in the Super Bowl. I'm not saying win, but I believe they can make it, especially coming out of the AFC this year. AFC is so wide open.
Yes,
There's no dominant team. They're the most dominant team in the AFC right now, in my opinion.
Yep. And we got 3 AFC games left right now. You ready? Who you got next?
Chargers traveling to the Broncos and losing 19-3.
Okay.
No surprise there. Broncos favored, stuff like that. They were already clinched.
Yeah, and they are the top seed, so they do get a bye.
Yes.
Sometimes a bye is good. Sometimes a bye is not the greatest. It's good. It's a double-edged sword. Put it that way.
Yes. Moving on, we're just going to keep rolling through these last couple of games. We'll get the Monday night game. We got a little bit to talk about, but
there ain't no Monday night game. Sunday night game.
Sunday night game. Sorry.
I caught that.
I'm used to that spot being Monday night on the list. Sorry.
No, we got all the games today. That's why it's so long.
So then you got the Jets traveling to Buffalo. Buffalo pulling out the win 35-8. No surprise there. Buffalo, you should make that win. Buffalo, I still don't. I don't know what's going on up there. One week you look dominant, the next week you look like total crap.
Yep. And the Jets made history. The Jets made history. Not a good side of history, but history. The only team in the NFL's history to not receive an interception against their opponents.
All year?
All year. That is so bad. I'm so sorry.
Now since we're and I know this is a different team, but because we kept joking the last few weeks about the Jets and other teams fighting for the the worst record. The Raiders are getting the first pick next year. They finish at the bottom and get the record and get the first pick in the draft. So with that, we'll move on to the Sunday night game. we have the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh pulls out the win 26-24. Great battle game.
Yep.
Down, just going old school football, just pounding ground. Let's grind it out.
Yeah.
Now announced today, as of like a couple hours ago, Ravens fire head coach John Harbaugh after 18 seasons.
18.
Good ride. Sometimes you just need a change. Also with that, Lamar, they're not 100%. Lamar's even coming back next year. I believe his contract is up.
Yeah. He didn't fully extend it like he was expecting to. I think they franchise tagged him last year.
Yes, they keep him for this year. Yes.
Yeah.
So therefore, they're not even 100% sure he will be a Baltimore Raven at next season. So we'll have to keep a look at that.
And it's sad too, man. Like, John Harbaugh has been like a symbol for that franchise. 18 seasons. He made 12 appearances in the postseason. So of course he missed the playoffs 6 times, but that was also the time when they were rebuilding, coming from Cleveland over to Baltimore, and one Super Bowl win out of it.
Yeah.
So he is a Super Bowl winning coach.
Coach, one of the best linebackers ever to play the game.
Yep, Ray Lewis.
Also had one of the best safeties in Woodson.
And Reed. Can't forget Reed.
Yes, Ed Reed, yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's just sad to hear it. It's like, and the sad thing is, if you looked at his face, yes, the game lost, but you could tell he had that hunch, the way how the season went, which was mostly riddled with injuries and everything else.
Yeah.
And of course with Lamar, I mean, Henry did his part in this game. He had 126 yards rushing. Still beast work. Flowers caught some interesting balls, 2 on the same play were led to touchdowns, and he had 138 yards, 2 passing off of Lamar Jackson, who said, if you don't think Lamar can throw, tell Flowers that, because Flowers caught 2 of them that kept them in the game in the fourth.
Oh, Lamar's a beast running. He's just an all-around beast. Lamar is a complete quarterback. Yes, he has some flaws stuff, but what quarterback doesn't? But he is a complete quarterback, as in he can run and throw.
And let's go flip the ball to the Steelers. Okay, Rodgers threw for 47 times, and 31 of those throws got caught for 294 yards. He did have 1 touchdown, which was the go-ahead touchdown in the final minutes. But of course, there was plenty of time for the Ravens to come back, and they almost pulled it off with a couple penalties. And then the kick. Now, the extra point kick was missed by the Steelers, which would have made it 27, and they would need at least a field goal. But when the Ravens lined up for the kick, the ball shanked. So I guess the way the priest who pre-gamed went by dropping holy water, I guess it worked, because the ball the complete opposite direction, and there is a video of a priest walking past that end zone to do so. Maybe it was the opposite end, but yeah. And it's funny. Now here's where I was getting at. It's funny because Roger comes to Pittsburgh, and the team he leaves definitely does not have a winning record, but he makes it to the playoffs in quite a while.
Yeah.
So Rodgers is back in the playoffs.
And a good thing for the Steelers was J.J. Watts returned in that on Sunday. He did play.
And he was hurt, but he played.
Yeah, but he's back with it. But at least his long thing's all situated where he can play and stuff like that. So that's good to hear. I'm happy that he's healthy and able to come back and play. That's scary. Collapsed lung is scary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's get into our wild card picks. Because that took us a while, but that's whatever. We were talking about a lot of stuff. So first we got the Rams versus the Panthers. I'm going Panthers at home. You got.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Oh, you said
Okay.
Rams at home. I'm sorry. I thought you were.
No, the Rams are traveling to the Panthers. Panthers are home.
Yeah. Wait, the Panthers are home.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I'm taking the Panthers at home.
Oh, well, I'm going Rams.
Okay. All right, then we go over and we got the Packers versus the Bears. I'm going. I'm going the Bears at home. Without
the
Parsons.
Bears at home.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't got Parsons, and he would have been a big. But they got Diggs now.
But Diggs hasn't been a threat this year. Doesn't mean he can't be. Doesn't mean he can't be and turn it on. But the Bears are they're gritty. They're dirty. They like to grind it out. And
I'm going to go
comebacks.
with you on that one. I'm going to go Bears too.
Now, if the Packers were at home, I would give them a better chance. But Bears at home, I'm taking the Bears.
Okay. I'll go with
the Bears.
All right, now we got the Bills traveling to Jacksonville. I'm going Jags with the way things have looked lately. I'm going Jags at home.
I'm going Bills. Only because I believe the Bills with their starters back out there are going to pull it off.
We'll see. I'm sticking with my Jacksonville. All right, Here comes the big one. Here comes the big one. 49ers coming to Philly. I know who you got.
Yeah, no brainer.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I hate both these teams just as evenly. But I have to go Philly.
Philly?
Pulling out at home. I just...
Philly?
I can't root for 49ers. Not in the playoffs. I don't want to see them win another Super Bowl win because they win another Super Bowl to get more than us. It can't happen. It's not allowed, not yet. Not at least until we can make a playoff run too, so we can be like, at least we tried to stop them.
Right.
But no, I'll go.
Now,
I'll go
my
Eagles
question is for any 49ers / Eagle fans out there.
Who are you going with?
Want? And yes, before anybody says it, yes, I like the Steelers. Yes, my dream scenario is a Pennsylvania Bowl. And who would I go for? Well, I'm more of an Eagles fan than I am a Steelers fan. Now, if that happens, like I said, it might not. But I got a different argument than that, but I'm not going to delve into it. But this game, yeah, that's what happens when they're in the same conference. There's a chance this happens.
And what sucks is 49ers could have had the bye if they would have won.
Yep.
And they would have had, listen, they would have had home field.
And the Eagles would have played the Packers.
But listen, the 49ers would have had home field advantage through the whole playoffs. That includes the Super Bowl if they made it, because it's in San Fran this year.
Yeah.
So I really don't want them to go because they can't do it in San Fran. So then the next one we got the Chargers traveling to New England. And surprise, I'm going with New England at home.
I'm going to go with New England just because I'm not a Patriots fan, but I will give where credit is due. The vibe of that, it's almost like it's coming around again, and I don't.
No, I don't
As
want
much as
that
I don't
neither
want
at
to,
all.
as much as I don't want that vibe, but I got to give where credit is due.
I
The
don't.
coach knows what he's doing. He has the players that are hungry, and those players gelled together. There, enough said on that one. Plus, you got a front office that's willing to listen and work with the coach. That
Yeah.
those formulas give you success, and it proved it this season.
Yeah, so I'm
All right,
definitely going with the
Josh.
Patriots. Last game, we have the Texans traveling to Pittsburgh.
DK Metcalf is back for this one.
True. This is going to be a tough.
It's gonna be a fine burner, man.
This is a tough.
It's gonna
pick,
be a
too.
slobber knocker.
But this time, I'm not going with the home team this time. I'm going with the Texans.
I'm going with the Steelers, but something about them just got me saying Texans too. If I was putting money on it, probably.
Well, that wraps up all of football, and that doesn't leave us much time for anything else, but we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
NHL news, there's not much going on trade-wise. There's getting ready for the Olympics. A lot of Olympic teams are being announced and what players are playing on them. I am not doing a list of that because there's too many of them, because there's too many countries and too many players. So we will break down our usual. I'll give you the top few teams. We got the top. Actually, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. The top team in the East in the NHL right now is the Detroit Red Wings. Let's go. Only by 1 point, but we're in first. Followed by the Lightning and the Hurricanes and the Islanders, and literally in that order is your top 4 teams in NHL in the East. We'll pop out West real quick. Oh, Avalanche got another regulation loss. They're now 31-3-7. Of course, they're still in first with 69 points on the year. Only 41 games played, and they're at 69 points already. Holy crap! Followed by second by the Stars, and then following them, you got the Golden Knights and the Oilers. They're your top 4 for the NHL. Like I said, nothing else much really getting on. Like I said, within I believe it's a month from today or this week is open ceremonies for the Winter Olympics. So we'll be getting ready for that. NHL will be taking a break since the players will be going over to play in the Olympics. So there will be no NHL news for about.
But Olympics, I hope you do Olympic hockey.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on
there
now.
We go. I
Come
just
on
had
now.
to get your reaction for that one.
That's why I was saying NHL. You heard I didn't say hockey. I said NHL. I didn't say hockey news. I said NHL. Yes, we will definitely be talking about the Olympics as much as we can as it's going on. But that wraps up NHL news. Before you jump into NBA and stuff, Major League Baseball, there's been a lot of moves going on with some signings and maybe trades, but nothing I can get definite. A lot of rumors of some names that even I know, which is bad because I don't pay attention to baseball. And if I know them, they got to be big. They got to be a big name. So we'll see. Keep an eye on that because we are getting, we're about 2 months out now.
Yep.
Spring training and really start. So January 1st. Yeah, because March.
Yep.
So about 2 months out before baseball will start. You'll really start seeing it pick up. And we'll try to keep you as much updated with that as possible. WNBA news before you start NBA. It definitely looks like a lockout starting at the end of this week. They are nowhere close. They have not moved, got any closer in talks. So it does look like WNBA unfortunately might be going to a lockout. Hopefully, even if they start the strike on Friday, hopefully they can figure it out before the season starts because we do still have a little bit of time for that. So they still do have time before the season starts, but hopefully they can work it out and just give these women their money, give these women what they want.
Yeah.
The other league, Unrivaled, that does play is a 3-on-3 league. Started yesterday was the first game. The season started. It's like an 8-week tournament thing or few-week tournament thing. 18
And they signed several WNBA players to that.
Well, you know who one of the people are that runs it is a WNBA player.
Who?
Massey.
Oh.
She's part of
Yeah.
the higher ups in it. Not that she's actually she's part owner.
Yeah,
She's
and
put
there's
in-
another league too that was supposed to be starting too, and that's actually 5-on-5.
Yes, that's plan 8.
Yeah.
That's in the early stages still.
Right.
It's in the very, very early stages. There are some big names behind that, as in like famous people trying to help put that together. There's also some other famous people in Unrivaled. I believe Ice Cube has something to do with Unrivaled and stuff like that too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Oh, we want this one.
Yep, that's a big one. Those are two big names.
Yep. So they're big parts of Unrivaled. And actually Crystal showed it to me today when I was a little bit before we left work. Nisi came out and said, look, put me on the board of, they need people like me on the board of things to understand the players and everything else like that. This kind of people they need on the WNBA higher up. Because she made a thing saying because she helps run Unrivaled, someone with her insight could help the league and help them understand the players a little bit more. And I agree with her. She's not wrong. Having an ex-player always helps, or even a player now that still plays helps. The understanding, because if you didn't play, you don't understand what these players go through and why they want this money. It's not just to be rich to show off. They're putting their body on the line, and then they're famous. They're in the spotlight, and then with the money these women are making now at like $60,000, they're living in houses. They're living next to you and me in neighborhoods like that aren't used, where you're not used to seeing like sports stars living and stuff. But they can't afford to live.
They can't afford that lifestyle
where they can be a little bit more protected and secured. So I give these women their money. They deserve it. And I was reading a thing yesterday talking about the revenue. The revenue for the WNBA, the last 3 seasons is up over 35%. It's going up
35%.
Every year it's going up. They are no longer.
That's what I was going to say. That definitely did go up then.
They are no longer a league that's in the red. They are in the green now. Now, not much into the green, but they're not losing money anymore like they were. They've actually started gaining money. So, yes, a lot of that probably has to do with Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese and all that stuff coming from college and stuff like that. But guess what? You have the eyes on it. Take advantage of it. Give these women their money. Get them playing. This lockout don't just hurt the players. It hurts the whole league. So therefore, you higher ups, it's going to hurt your pockets.
Yeah.
Because if
they keep it up, they ain't going to have no league.
That's what I was getting ready to say. If you don't work something out and you figure this out, especially if Plan B comes out, because Plan B is already saying that they're guaranteeing $1 million contracts and stuff like that. They are guaranteeing money and good contracts like these players want and deserve.
Mm-hmm.
let's get to the NBA because I could go on about the WNBA and the unfair treatment and money thing. I could keep going. So go ahead and let's break down your NBA.
All right, in the NBA, as it just hit 8 o'clock, y'all. You can catch the Miami Heat and the Minnesota Timberwolves on Peacock or NBC tonight at 8. And at 11 o'clock, Dallas is playing at Sacramento. Those are the games live happening now at 8 o'clock on NBC. For the NBA standings as of January 6th, Detroit is 27-9. Followed by the Boston Celtics in second, New York Knicks in third, Toronto Raptors are in fourth, and the Philadelphia 76ers are sitting there at the 5 seed at 19-15 with an unlucky loss in overtime against the Denver Nuggets. And the Orlando Magic is sitting there at the 6th spot. In the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder is sitting there at 30-7. Pardon me. Sitting at the top seed in the West with the best record in the NBA at the moment. The San Antonio Spurs, 25-10, with Victor Wembanyama coming off the bench tonight. As the Spurs are busy playing Memphis Grizzlies tonight. The Nuggets are in third, Rockets are in fourth, Lakers are in fifth, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are sitting at the 6th spot. Steph Curry and the Warriors, if those of you who like Steph Curry, they're sitting at the 8th seed, just above 500, 19-18. And that is the record for the NBA. Please tune in on ESPN, NBC, as well as Amazon Prime if you have it.
Yeah, so well, I know the football took us a little bit long because we were going over so much stuff with it, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's sports. So we won't get into a topic because it's late.
Yeah.
We won't have like a big discussion, but we've had plenty of discussions throughout the show today on different teams and different things like the WNBA and different stuff like that. Wrapping it all up, crazy week. Playoffs are going to be fun to watch in NFL. Some fun matchups to watch. No LeBron. I mean, no. Boo LeBron. No go LeBron. Boo LeBron.
Boo.
But
he's crying now. Well, he's old. He's NBA old. I won't say he's old, but he's NBA old.
And I'm not even saying better, but yeah, NFL.
I am. I'm going to say it. LeBron's old.
The NFL.
Get the man a rocking chair.
Playoff, these wild card games.
Josh for president. Let's go.
Wait. If we're saying, Josh for president. Wait. So if we're saying he's old, what's that make you and me? We're both older than him.
Hey, we ain't making millions like that, and nor are we on the court. We just old. Like I said, he's NBA. Bye, Crystal. He's NBA old. In the world of NBA, he is old.
But like I was saying,
I'm in reality. But in the world of the NBA, he's old. He's busy practicing his golf swing in the middle of the game. He ain't even focused on the game anymore. He's just out there to be out there. Now, yes, LeBron can still ball. He's still one of the best that can ever do it. He still can do it when he wants to do it. But Crystal, if you're still watching, let's be real on this matter. Okay. Yes,
No,
I'm calling you out, Chris.
No,
Yes.
no, we're not doing this now.
Okay. Okay. All right.
But-
I'll stop the presses before we really get into it. Oh man.
That
Oh man.
that is for, and this is something we wanted to announce. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen yet. I was talking to her a little bit today. We're trying to figure it out, but we will be having a guest soon because we are going to bring Crystal. We're trying to get Crystal on as our first guest, special guest to come on and have a discussion with us. And it's, yes, some of it's going to be about LeBron, but not all of it. I do want to get into WNBA stuff with her, kind of like we do in the office, but get into it where we can actually get into it without work getting in the way.
Yes.
She's telling you to stop up tomorrow at the office because she's gonna read you a new one.
Oh, I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
But we are working on that, trying to get our first guest on. We just got to figure out timing because Crystal is, yes, a very busy woman with kids and stuff, so her schedule is very crazy. But we will work it out. Maybe we'll talk about it off air.
It'll be sooner than later. We could just say that.
Yes, and then we still have some other stuff to talk about maybe announcing and maybe some things coming up later. Me and Will got to talk about stuff.
She ain't ready for me. I'm him.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what you'll be. She's going to be doing that soon. She's going to be slinging her Girl Scout cookies because that's where she's at. That's usually where she's at Tuesday nights. Even when she's watching us, she's usually watching it while she's at Girl Scouts with her daughter.
Yeah. Don't forget, I like those Thin Mints.
Didn't they get rid of them?
I hope not. They're the best ones. I don't care, Josh. Don't be saying it because then I will boycott those cookies. Then if they don't have those Thin Mints, the most damn popular cookies in the whole world.
I could be wrong. But with that, once again, thanks for coming and hang out with us for another great show of JJ Sports Talk. I'm just Josh.
I'm Will the Thrill.
Thank you for coming and hanging out. Like always, subscribe, comment, hit that bell so when you know when we post new stuff and go live. Please, everybody, go to our page throughout the week and check out our shorts and our other videos. I know you watch the videos here because you watch us live, but at least go give them some likes, give them some love so that they'll get boosted up on YouTube. So they'll get boosted up on YouTube so everyone else can catch them.
For the notifications.
And I'll show them to more people and get them up there. But once again, like we said, thanks again. And catch you on the next one. Peace.